Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of Intuitive Angling, and really appreciate you guys swinging by the channel to watch the video today. Always very grateful for that. And guys, if you saw the video that we did this morning, we came out and introduced the new Blaukat Throwback Jig. Guys, I've been working with Cumberland Lures over the past year to design this jig. It finally landed in Tackle Warehouse today. Guys, I'm super excited about this, and what I'm going to do over the course of the next several weeks is I'm going to talk everything about jig fish, and I'm going to tell you guys how to modify them, trailers to use, when different colors and different sizes work under different conditions, because jig fishing is the best way to catch big ones, man. It's a great way to catch quality bass. And what we're going to do in today's video is I'm going to show you guys how to trim a jig skirt depending upon the trailer that you use in it. This is super critical as far as getting the jig to look just right. So we're going to go over that in today's video. And also guys, I'll include my Tackle Warehouse link in the description if you guys would like to order some of the Blaukat Throwback jigs. I know they sold out today. They sold out the first day, but we're going to be getting a bunch in, so you can still put your orders in, and they'll just be backward. Probably get them in a week or so. So we're going to get into that day's video. Guys, one of the cool things, this is a live rubber jig. All the Blaukat Throwback jigs are live rubber. The cool thing about a live rubber is when it's in the water, it flares out like that. This is, because the hand-tied skirt makes the skirt flare out. It's not like a silicone where you got just a collar on there and it's real flat. This thing bellows out when it's in the water, and that's why one of the reasons living rubber is so good. Okay, now what I'm going to do today in today's video, guys, I want to show you how to trim a jig skirt in order to put the right trailer on it. And we're going to talk about two different trailers. We're going to talk about threading the trailer up on the shank of the hook, and we're going to talk about hanging one off the end. Now, the first thing about the throwback jig, guys, we made the skirt long on purpose so you can modify it. But the first thing you want to do is you don't ever want a jig that has a uniform length to the skirt. You want to take a pair of scissors. Now I'm going to show you guys how to put a long trailer in first, and I'll show you the short one. But take a pair of scissors and just start cutting a few of the bottom strands off. And what you want to do is you want to make sort of an uneven, sort of a gnarly look a little bit. You don't want anything uniform. So just go in there and just start cutting randomly. And see now how I've got some skirts. Some of the strands are longer than the others. Some are a little bit shorter. And what this does, it just sort of gives it a look of imperfection. It makes the jig look a lot better, a lot more live. Okay, now this is what you do if you want a long one. Don't actually cut the length of the skirt off. Just trim it up and make it uneven at the bottom. And then you take your trailer, and one of my favorite trailers is this Zoom Super Chunk. First thing, a little tip here I'll give you guys is cut a little bit of the face of it off there, because see, by cutting a little bit of that face off, it makes it where you got more hook gap. You don't have as much plastic in the way. And when you want to thread a trailer on, just like the frog style, come in straight like that. And see, with your long skirt now, you got the long skirt on there, it covers up a lot of it. And that's the look that you want, when you're wanting a full-size long jig. Okay, now if you want a shorter compact profile, and we'll talk about when you want short and long at later videos, but what you do, well, there's deer ran right in front of the camera here. What you want to do for a shorter profile is this is when I do want to cut the skirt back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it even. First of all, I'm going to cut it even about probably 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 inch below the hook there, like that. And then after I do that, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to come in there, I'm going to make it uneven a little bit with the scissors. So I got a real short, compact skirt like that. And then on this one, I'm going to thread it on. So I'll take this is the same chunk, I'll thread this super chunk on instead of hanging it off the end. And then it makes a nice little compact profile jig. So we'll talk in more detail about when you want what, but that's how you modify the skirt, guys. That's how you trim them up based upon, how you want to rig the trailer on there, whether you want to thread it or hang it on. Most of the time in fishing situations, I usually thread it on like this with a little bit of the shorter skirt, because it gives a little bit more compact profile. You get more bites on it. But if I'm fishing for big ones, like especially during the pre-spawn or in dirty water, I'll leave that skirt longer and have a big trailer. So anyway, just a quick jig tip again, guys. Again, I'll link the jig link, Tackle Warehouse link in the description. You guys can pick up a couple, and really appreciate it. We'll talk later.